You mess with me, I'll mess with your entire life. Do you want a bed? Counting day 1 right now. It's gonna happen. Just fucking see it. I will fucking turn everybody against you for the way that you treated me and try to call cops on me and try to put me in jail. This guy is trying to put you in jail. Why are you crying? Why do you think that? Think about it for a second.
I'll talk to you later about this, but this is very intense, dude. This is very intense.
Why is this your responsibility?
Shut the up. Where's my babe?
I think you're being a little manipulative.
You were
You're just
trying
not
to put
even
me
letting
in
me
jail.
talk
Just
to him.
agree to it. You You're gonna get what you get.
What am I gonna get?
Well,
Tell me what I'm gonna get.
Tell you, is it gonna be a present? Hey, Christmas is around the corner, so why don't you wait until Christmas and then you'll see. This is not like any other fight. It's all, I have everything planned out in my head. You're fucking dead.
Masculine women, feminine guys. Do you see that as a problem?
It's up to them.
Why do you feel like it's okay for you to say that men are trash?
Is a cool dude. I saw his receipts. Like, he's bringing the heat, man.
What's up, guys? In this video, I'm going to be talking about the craziest experience I had dating an Asian girl. Now, this girl, she was 35 plus years old the time I was dating her. This girl is an old hag. She's a spiteful old hag. And look, if you're a girl who's older than 35 plus years old, I'm not talking about you. You're not an old hag. You're only an old hag if you're a spiteful girl like this lady, this old wretched hag. This girl who did not have a job for many years. She was jobless for many years before I was dating her. She substance abused. She was a fake feminist. She was a fake everything. And she was divorced. Now this girl, she tried to come at me, and now I'm going to be exposing her. So guys like you do not have to go through the same thing. And the moment a sign comes where a girl is exhibiting these traits, you will know, so you know what to avoid. I'll first start off by saying I dated so many women in the past, and I was a fuckboy for a lot of my youth. But now I have a family and I have a baby daughter. But out of all of the girls that I dated, this girl was the worst. And usually I do a great job at filtering out girls. These things never really happened to me. Actually, a big majority of the girls I dated were normal girls, and they were really good to date. But this girl was just the most toxic, the most heinous, the most evil, the most spiteful old hag. And I'm gonna call her an old hag because she is a goddamn old hag. You are an old, wretched, toxic hag. You don't have to be super old to be an old wretched hag. You can be a 35-year-old girl and you can still be an old hag. Actually, a lot of women who are living happy lives, traditional lives, 60 plus years old, I don't even consider them old hags. Shout out to my boss. I have so much respect to my boss, so much respect for other women who live these normal, comfortable lives, and they have found love. And they're not like this girl who will never, ever find love. But first, to give you a scope of how critical this situation was, several criminal threats were made, slander, cyberstalking, and a police report was filed. This is how serious this matter is. And even though there was several criminal threats that were made, we're still going to mask the identity and use a voice changer when we play the recordings. Because we want to protect the identity of this girl, even though she is an assailant. She's the aggressor. She's just an evil, twisted old hag. But we're still going to protect the identity of this girl. And we just want to give more of a public awareness to all the men out there what you could possibly go through. This is the type of shit men have to go through. This is the type of stuff that men have to suffer. And all of this, you'll see everything. Everything will show you and probably open your eyes that, you know what, men actually just get fucked. Men just get fucked with every single thing. I had all of the facts, all of the evidence, and still, there were still people that had doubts because men are the aggressors. And we'll talk about that. But first, we're going to be talking about some of the context of this girl. You know, I'm Taiwanese, all right? And this girl, she's also Taiwanese. She has a life in Taiwan. She has a life here in LA. But I also had that same thing too. So we had a lot of mutual friends. And over here, you can see that this guy, he's like kind of a big bro to me. All right. And then he's saying she's probably in her unstable stage, not taking enough medication or something. As you get older, especially with girls in the party scene, you know, there's lots of drama during when she was here in Taipei. This is what this guy was pretty much saying. All right. And then this is another guy also in Taiwan. I knew her back in Taiwan and she's mentally crazy. You guys could feel free to pause this. I'm not going to read every single thing just to keep this short, just to keep this concise. But basically from Taiwan to over here, everyone knows this girl. Everyone knows she has this reputation. And over here, this guy is a very neutral guy, very innocent dude. And he still had opinions of her. Everyone I know who knows her stopped talking to her from what I understand. And there's another one. This guy is talking to one of my other friends, and he's saying that she got so drunk and she tried fighting these Latina chicks and a dude at a taco stand, calling them the N-word. You can't make this shit up, right? All right. Anyways, so let's just get into some of the context. So I talked about how she was a public nuisance, and she just always was a fester to people's lives. She did this to so many guys. And even when I was in Taiwan, guys would come up to me and they would be like, hey, Panda, I heard what happened. I feel really bad for you, man, because the same thing happened to me. So how do you have this girl who has already completely intoxicated Taiwan, all these guys in Taiwan, and then also intoxicated guys in LA with her scourge of a mindset, her scourge of dating? You're 35 plus years old as a girl, and you're still pulling shit like this. And we'll take a second to see what she actually did. But before that, let me give some more context of how it was dating her, how I met her. Because I think this is very important for all the guys. You might come across this Asian girl. You might be dating her, and you might be like, you know what? She's a sweet girl. And Asian girls have that reputation. But this is the thing. You cannot ever let your eyes deceive you. You cannot ever let your cockiness deceive you as well. You cannot let that consume you and think, you know what? I could probably change this girl. I could be God's savior. I could be Captain Save-A-Ho for this chick. Because I actually thought that for this girl too. So basically what happened is we met. Well, okay, so I'm gonna show over here, all right? So me and this girl, we met at a party. And then during this party, there's so much sexual tension. I was like eyeing her. I was like, yo, this girl's kind of cute. And she kind of eyeing me from the side, you know? That's when you can kind of tell this girl's into you. So after that, we had the after party at this guy's house or something. And then during the after party, we were like talking. We were like, hey, we want to go another place because this place is too crowded. So we go to another after party. Where's that at? It's at this crazy psycho chick's house. And then once we get there, I'm already thinking, dude, if this girl is willing to offer up her house for a party, for an after party, then she must be one of those girls that just loves to party, all right? So I get there. And once I get there, shit you not, I go to this, I see the sink, both sides of the sink. You know how there's like a divider with a sink? And then both sides of the sink fucking flooded, piles of dishes, okay? I go like, hey, I need to use the bathroom. So I go to the bathroom and I see a razor blade, whatever, right? Shaver blade on the floor. And I'm like, what the it's just in the center of the floor. And then I'm washing my hands. I'm like, yeah, you know, this sink is pretty nasty, you know? And then I look to the left and I'm like, oh my God, the shower, the bathtub was clogged. Like I look over, I'm like, what the fuck? And I'm like, how does this bitch shower? So I come out, right? And then this girl's just waiting. She's waiting in her room. And then she started teasing me. And you guys already know what the hell happened. She was like asking, she was like, how come you're not drinking? Are you too much of a pussy? And I was like, oh, I already know where this is going. Because I was like, when a girl starts doing that, when a girl wants you to drink, that's when you know she has something that she wants to do with you, because she has an interest. If a girl wants to get you drunk, if a guy wants to get you drunk, it's the same fucking concept. All right. So I was like, nah, I just got a lot of stuff to do. That was when I was grinding. That was when I had my full-time job and I was doing side hustles with like real estate as an agent, and then also doing the Controvert podcast. I had 3 things going on. And then this girl was like, show me you're not a pussy. And I was like, I'll show you what's up. I'm not a pussy. I grab her, start making out, and then, the rest is history. Okay. So then we start talking, we start dating a little bit. And then I was just like thinking in my head already, I was like, yo, this girl's she's a 304, man. And this is why I say she's a 304, because you can't really take these girls seriously, especially when she's offering up her house, her apartment as a party. And then she was doing substances. She was doing snow at the party at her house. And she's saying all this bullshit like, oh, you know what? I never really do this. I haven't done this in a long time, bro. That was cap. Because when we started dating, she was doing like mushrooms. She was doing like, just a lot of stuff, like chocolate infused things. Like, I can't say it on this podcast, right? Just for safety reasons, all right? And so I was like, yo, straight 304, right? And then Halloween rolls around. And then during Halloween, she invited about like 3 of her friends, and it was me and it was my friend Alan. So I'm thinking already, yo, this girl invited her closest friends and she has only got like 3 friends. I'm like, okay, whatever. So I'm over there. We're just having a good time eating at the Korean barbecue place. And I was like, hey, can we not order too much? Because, I'm trying to save some money. I'm kind of broke. I always do this thing where I go like, yeah, I'm broke, because I'm trying to filter out the girl. I don't want a girl who's a gold digger. I don't want, also, that time, also, I'm going to be real. I got a traffic citation, and I was like, it's one of those times where you're just like, yo, I spent a lot of money on this bullshit citation to the government, so I want to save some money. It's just that Asian instinct that most people have, right? It doesn't mean I'm fucking stingy, yo. And then, the dinner goes on, and I'm like, I'm gonna go home because I got to study for my real estate exam and all this stuff, right? So then she's like, no, let's go to the club. I'll just buy your ticket. And she forcefully buys my ticket. And this is important. This is going to play a role into what I'm going to say later down the road. But she forcefully buys my ticket and she forces me to go. All right. And it was practically, it was like, I don't know how to say it in English, but mienzi thing, like kind of like a rep thing. And when my friend is there, one of my best friends, and then her friends are there, and then she bought my ticket, it's kind of like, I have to go. I have to go or it's not going to look good. So I went, I still didn't drink. And then at the end of the night, about like 3 a.m., these people are like doing mushrooms, and I'm the only one sober. It's at her apartment too. Then after everyone starts leaving, she starts asking me, she's like, hey, do you have some financial troubles or something? Like, I notice you always say like you're broke. And earlier you didn't want to spend much at the Korean barbecue. And I was like, I told her my situation. She's like, well, you need to lighten up. It's Halloween. And I was like, I got pissed. I was like, yo, this girl telling me to line up. And she kept like nicking me nonstop. It was already 5 a.m. during that time, right? And to get this isn't the first time. 5 a.m. she starts an argument, bro. And then this argument goes all the way up until 7:47 a.m., bro. And when it goes, dude, during this whole time arguing, I was just like pissed off. I was like, bro, I'm going to fucking leave because, yo, I can't stand this girl. Me and this girl were only dating for 2 weeks. 2 weeks and she was already like this. Within the first week, I already knew I had to cut this girl off. Like, this is how bad it is. And if you're listening to this, I know you are, you psycho girl, you psycho bitch. I know you're listening. I already want to cut you off within the first week. Yo, you were just, I'll say it later, but you're fucking, yeah. 2 weeks, me dating this girl, this happened 3-4 times already. This is insane. Like, this girl has way too much time on her hands. And this is the thing. You have a girl who has never worked a day in her life, maybe worked a couple months or whatever, and then she quit. She's like, oh, I can't do work because I get all my money from my daddy. And that's the thing. You living in a lavish apartment in LA, $3,000 a month. How you affording that if you're not working? You probably affording that because you divorced your ex-husband's ass. You're getting all this alimony bullshit. You're getting all this money. It's all this bullshit money you're getting from people, other people. It's not your hard-earned money. So that's the thing. Guys, when you date a girl, you have to filter these girls. You don't get caught up with this whole Andrew Tate bullshit and go like, I'm going to find a traditional woman who's not working. No, bro. I think you need to find a girl who's working in this day and age. You can still find a girl who's working and she's still feminine. Like that's the thing with my girl right now. She's working. She's a nurse. She's feminine as fuck. And we have a kid, right? And here's the thing. This bitch will never, she's never going to be able to, you can never have the happiness I have. All right? The crazy bitch, because you are just toxic as fuck. All right? And here's why. Here's why you're toxic. Within 2 weeks of us dating, already 3-4 times, you're already causing all this trouble where we have to argue for 3-4 hours. And then till 7 a.m., you're telling me, I kind of clocked out at that point. I'm like, okay, forget it. Let's forget it. Whatever. I'm just going to sleep. She brings her dog onto the bed. And here, let me play that real quick. She brings her dog onto the bed. I could not even sleep because I'm allergic to dogs, all right? And I have kind of like sleep insomnia. Everything has to be still or else I can't sleep. So this girl brings her dog onto the bed, has no shred of human, no shred of human basic empathy for my basic human needs, shelter, food, and sleep. And then she expects me to still fall asleep. I'm not doing well. Why you not doing well, bitch? It's because you took some chocolates. You took some chocolate infused bullshit that you're feeling like this. And then you telling me the first time we met, oh, I never really do snow. But then a week later, I'm not doing well. Dude, no shit, Sherlock. Yo, you can't ever trust like these girls. Like, yeah. Look, like I had a kind of a debate with Chain Nation in the past before. Some of you guys may know who Chain Nation is. He's still a homie. All right, so I still up to this day, I kind of debate with him with stuff like this, right? There's a girl he was dating, and then I was like, yo, it's only been like a couple weeks. You can't just trust what she says. And this is what I want to tell every guy out there, because Chain Nation, he actually admitted, he was like, you know what, you were right, dude, because that girl, she turned out to be trash. And then I see the girl he's currently dating, and I'm like, bro, I could see this girl is actually legit, but of course, let time take its place, like see how it is. Don't just trust a girl right away, but don't also be suspicious of a girl all the time right away. So that's the same thing. The same thing applies, right? If, a lot of times I got turned off when I was dating girls where if this girl, dude, oh my God, it was a time when I went already on 3 dates with this girl. And then when it came to like me driving her in my car, let's just go to this place. Like, I'll drive. Don't worry about it. She's like, no, I'll just drive. And then we went, like, we're trying to find the spot and we're playing like Ring Around the Rosie with cars. And I'm like, yo, this is so annoying. I was like, that shit turned me off so much. Because, right off the bat, yeah, for sure. Like you don't want to trust someone right away, but you also don't want to be suspicious of this person and just like accusing them of wrongdoing right off the bat either. Right. So there needs to be a balance. And Chain Nation, he sees, yeah, for sure, like this new girl is so much better, and they've already been together for months. I told him I could already tell this girl's good, but that other girl, bad. But anyways, yeah, just don't trust a girl right off the bat with like, oh yeah, this girl's like super innocent, super angelic. Because I think as guys, we love to just like romanticize. I think more than women now. I think now guys just romanticize. We watch too much chick flicks or something. I don't know what it is, but society also has a lot of this brainwashing going on with like girls should just find a rich husband, 6 feet, 6 pack, 6 feet, 6 figures. Yeah, so now it's guys who are romanticizing women and are just dreaming of that hopeless romantic bullshit. So just stop like believing a girl right off the bat, okay? So anyways, so what happens here is that, you know, this shit goes on, and then she's like, I'm not doing well, I leave. And what's crazy is that like she had pretty much a false imprisonment case on her hands if I did want to report to the police. Okay, so she pushed me down. She's like not letting me go. She's blocking the door, and then she's like, after a while, I think she realizes something. She realized I parked on the 4th floor, and the 4th floor you need a key card to get there. So then she's like, oh, you know what? Actually, just try to go. And I was like, wait, why? I was like, oh fuck, I remembered. Last time she swiped me in to get to my car. So I was like, fuck, I need to find that key card. So then I try to find that key card, okay? I sneakily just was looking around while she was like tending to her dog. And then I found it. I just bolted the fuck out, dude, nonstop, bro. I got the fuck out. But something I also forgot to mention is, this is a really key point, okay? Before I bolted the fuck out of there, we were arguing and it was getting heated, and I was yelling because I was just like, yo, this girl has wasted so much of my time. And this is the thing, like these girls who have so much time in the world to just not work, they could do this. They could constantly keep doing this, all right? So she was like recommending me to go to therapy. And I have just so much opposition to therapy because therapy, I feel like, is just like a cult. And we could talk about this in another day, but therapy is pretty much a cult. And so pretty much these types of women, this is why I label this spiritual feminist girl. Because it's spiritual girls like this who's like asking about, oh, what's your MBTI? Here, this is the time when I first met her. So that day, the first day I met her at that party, she was recording this.
Hey.
Didn't get it, you dumb bitch.
I'm boring. I think she's more entertaining.
Stop being fucking whore.
You're boring? Are you an introvert?
Yeah, I'm a ISTJ.
Oh my god, we're not gonna be friends. I'm an INFJ. We're not gonna get along.
I'm
No,
ISTJ.
What is like the main difference between sensors and intuitives?
Sensors and intuitives?
Yeah, because I'm an INFJ, you're an ISTJ. So you must be the kind of person that focuses a lot on the present moments. You're not always in your head. And right?
I hope she knows that I just gave her a bullshit personality test.
I think these types of people, these types of women who look at all this MBTI bullshit, zodiac, and they're so spiritual, they study so much into this that they completely lose common sense to deduce how a person actually is. They use all of these descriptors, these descriptors of like, oh, you were born on this date, and oh, you have this personality test because of this, that's why you're reacting like this. And completely, they just lost all common sense. And during this time, she was recommending me to go therapy. I think this is the thing, like 95% of these people, they cause the problems and then they want you to acknowledge that you did something wrong. And then they want to spread the poison of like, go to therapy. Therapy is good. I think everyone should go to therapy. And then they say it in the most emotionless way. I think everyone should go to therapy. That's what she did. And then, you know, this whole censors and intuitives, it sounds like she's trolling. I thought she was trolling, okay? I was like, later down the road, when we were dating, like a week later, I was like, oh yeah, remember this video? You're like censors and intuitives? You're like trolling, and it was so funny. And she's like, no, I wasn't. I was serious. What are your censors and intuitives? I was like, what the fuck are censors and intuitives? I don't even know what the fuck this is. Why do people, you know, I figured it's all the women, all the people in general, actually. Let's not just make it sexist, but all the people in this planet who focus way too much on this MBTI zodiac spirituality bullshit that they completely just don't know what the fuck, how to analyze a person and just use common sense to see body language, to see that person's context, to see everything, to see how this person's reacting to certain things. Like, they rather just use textbook solutions. Oh, because you're this, because you're born on this day, you're reacting like this, and therefore you should go see some anger management class. Bro, you are just a decrepit old hag that needs to shut the fuck up and use your common sense. And anytime you run into a girl like this, just fucking run. Just run. Actually, you don't even need to run. Fat, done. And you just dip. All right? You don't even need these girls like in the long run. Bro, just one night stand that shit, done. That's it. That's where I fucked up. I should have done that. I should have just one night standed it and just dipped the fuck out. So fast forwarding to after that day where I had false imprisonment pretty much. We're taking a chill and then she calls me, I call her back, and then I'm like, your phone died. And she's like, can I say goodnight at least? I want to say goodnight. Panda, I'm tired of this. Tired of trying to do you right and get shut down. I'm really, really tired. Look at the time. It's 3:45 a.m. Like, this is the thing. These types of girls have entitlement, all right? Oh my God. Like 3:45 a.m. I'm trying to sleep. I already went to sleep. And then you're like, I'm tired of this. What do you expect me to do? You expect me to wake up from the dead and just be like, oh yeah, good night. What the hell? And the thing is, why am I showing all of this, right? The reason I'm showing all of this is because I'm trying to show everyone, look, she tried contacting me over and over again. I'm not even playing with her. I told her already, look, we're done. Sorry, I'm too scared to have anything. Thank you for these 2 weeks. From there on, I stopped texting her in a flirtatious manner, in a dating manner already. So after she sends all this, I'm like, yo, what the hell? And then I just don't even respond. She sends more of this stuff. She's like, trauma, like, I didn't even read this to this day. I don't even know what she said. I just gave a thumbs up. She's like, do you know what I'm trying to show? Just give me more thumbs up. And then here she says, 你不会讲话吗? By the way, that's the wrong 话. Okay, yeah, she corrected herself there. All right, for sure. Which means you don't know how to say anything in Chinese. And I was like, I have a girlfriend now. I didn't have a girlfriend. Then from there on, we just kept it chill. I didn't really talk to her for like a whole month. She didn't really talk to me. I thought that was it. But I was wrong. And that's where all of the bullshit happens. So then there was a day where I arranged all of my friends for a KTV, all my closest friends. I had like about 10, 15 people, 15 plus. I don't know. It was a lot of people. It wasn't her like 3-friend bullshit. And this is important why I'm mentioning this. Because later down the road, she starts saying, you're a loser. You don't have friends. And we'll play all of that in a bit. But first, let me talk about the context. Okay, so after KTV, we rolled deep, right? We rolled deep, got a lot of people. And then afterwards, I'm like, oh, I gotta take like all these people home because like most of them, including this girl, she lives in LA. All these people live in LA, right? So I brought her here. I'm like, you know what? I'll bring her back. That's fine. But then during the car ride, I'm like saying, hey, yo, guys, bros, there's like 3 bros in the car. Okay. You guys want to get some tacos after I drop this crazy girl off? Because fuck this girl, right? Because the whole time during KTV, she's just like mad dogging everyone. Every girl that comes up to talk to me, she's like mad dogging. And she's just literally, this is not just what I said, but she's just sitting there like pissed. Every time a girl comes up to me to talk to me, like one of my friends, like female friends, like that I'm close with, she's just like, who's that? She's like asking people, who's that? Dude, it's the type of Debbie Downer vibe, psychotic girl that you don't even want at parties. You just get the fuck out. You 35 plus year old, decrepit, you shriveled in the mind, hag. Again, I only say this because you're toxic as fuck. Any toxic girl who's 35 plus years old, who's around that age, look, if you have a happy relationship with a guy and you're a fair girl, you ain't a hag, right? But this girl is a fucking hag because she's gonna be bitter all her fucking life. All right, so look, we're having a good time. Afterwards, we're leaving, and then on the way, right? As I said, yo, bros, let's get tacos. And then this girl goes like, "How about we all get tacos? I'm not leaving the car. How come I can't go with you guys?" And then one of my friends, let's just call him Caleb, okay? Caleb goes like, oh, if she comes, I'm not going to go. And another guy goes like, oh, if Caleb doesn't go, I'm not going to go. And then another guy goes, oh, if this guy doesn't go, I'm not going to go either. So then this this Caleb guy was like a threat to this psychotic girl. She's like, why is this guy ruining everything? He's ruining my chances to reclaim this panda guy. I want to get him back. I cannot take no for an answer. I need to have him. And so this girl, she starts arguing with this guy and they start going at it. But then he's doing it in a very professional, in a courteous manner. But like kind of just, she is the one that's like giving an attitude. She's like, why you, no. And then I'm like, yo, Caleb, just chill out. All right, I'll just take you home. It's fine. I'll just take you home and then I'll take her back. So we're on the way to Caleb's house. And then my GPS goes like, let's just say he lives on like Boyle Heights or whatever, Boyle Heights Road. So Boyle Heights is a city, but whatever. All right. So the GPS goes like arriving at 1958 Boyle Heights Road. Let's just, for example, that's not where he lives at, but let's just say, for example, okay? And then all of a sudden, this girl, she pulls out on her notepad app. She goes like, hey, Caleb, do you live at this address? And he's like, wait, why? And she's like, don't worry, you'll see. And then she smiles in a fucking death glare. Then Caleb's like, what the fuck? What are you going to do? And then he gets pissed. And I see that. I'm like, oh, hell no. I pull over right away. And then afterwards, I tell her, get the fuck out. After I tell this girl, get the hell out of the car, she won't. She refuses to get out of the car because of some ego bullshit in the head. And I will break down every single thing later down the road after we go through all the voice messages. But this, everything I'm mentioning is very critical. You factor all of this together. 35 plus years old, no job, 304, fake feminist, BS. Not even fake feminist, fake feminine. She would always say all this shit like, oh, who puts food on your table? And if she would just, you know, before KTV, we went to go eat. All of us, we went to go eat before we went to KTV. And then she would grab the food off the spinning plate. All right, brothers, you can't make this shit up, okay? You know how Chinese restaurants, they have those spinning tables. Maybe your house probably has one, but they have those spinning tables. She's grabbing food off those plates and putting it onto my plate. And here I am just thinking, bitch, do you think I really care about that? Do you really think I care about like a girl putting here? This is what I actually care about. This is what men really care about. Men just really care about peace. If you care about anything else, dude, you're asking for a world of hurt as a man, dude. Like you're just trying to get for this like ideal woman when really you need peace. Like I was a victim to that in the past. I was like, I need way affections for this girl I'm currently dating. But I realized after dating this current girl that I'm with right now, dude, it's so much better just to have peace rather than focus on the affections like, oh, the feelings, bullshit. Because feelings always come and go. Whereas women, they focus on 6 feet, 6 figures, 6-pack, 6 inches, no baby mamas, all these requirements, okay? So you're telling me that like, oh, I put food on the table, so you owe me everything. So you owe me a relationship. So this is the thing, like this type of fake feminine bullshit was all completely eradicated once she did all of this in the voice messages that are soon to be. But before we get to that, I want to say that the cops were called because she wouldn't get the fuck out. She looked at my phone and she was like, you really called the cops? She threw my phone. To this day, I still have a scratch on my goddamn phone. See, I keep my phone pristine as hell. And then there's only one scratch right there. Right down right over here. So this girl messed up my phone. And then my friend Alan. This guy's not my friend anymore, by the way. He goes like, hey, psycho girl, come over here. Let's go. I called an Uber. And she gets in the car and they go to his house. And I'm like, dude, this guy is a cuck. And stay tuned for this next episode of me just completely analyzing how this guy's a cuck and how you should not be this guy, because this guy just lost all his brothers because of that. He lost the whole group. He lost not even just the group, but his reputation was all lost. And this guy has already failed so much with dating, and a lot of Asian girls that he dates, just not even Asian girls, but just girls in general. As an Asian man, he fails horribly, and he has a lot of money, but he still fails. So stay tuned for this next episode that's coming out after this one, maybe two episodes after, because there's a lot to go over with this one. This episode's already long, but look, this guy, takes her, and then he's just like, they go to her house, okay? And then during that time, I'm like worried about this guy. I'm like, yo, I'm gonna make a phone call to him. So I make a phone call, and then he doesn't pick up. She takes control of his phone, and he has nothing to say for it. Now let's go ahead and play this whole thing. I'm gonna play all of it, no commentary. Let's just play the whole thing, and then afterwards, let's come back, and then I'm gonna break down everything.
The fact that you try to put me in jail today, this is not like any other fight. It's on. I have everything planned out in my head. You're fucking dead. You want to put me in jail? I'll put you in prison. How about that? You want to like fuck with me? Try it.
I wasn't trying to
You
fuck
want to
with
call
you.
your friend?
You wouldn't get out of my car. That's it.
Oh, that's why you're gonna put me in jail.
I'm trying to talk to Alan. I called Alan.
Well, guess
Why are
what?
you picking up his phone?
Alan's my friend now. You want to try to talk to him? Why don't you take a better try? Because you can't even get a hold of your best friend. Who can you get a hold of? Ask me.
You're holding his phone hostage.
And then you fucking try to call cops on me over some guy that said that? Are you fucking stupid? Answer me. If you answer me, then maybe you can talk to Alan. How about
Yeah, I'm
that?
stupid.
Because
I'm stupid.
why don't you fucking answer me? You're gonna call the cops on me over someone that said shit about you because
I
you're
just answered
such
you,
a
so
fucking
can I
like
talk to
big
him?
face fucking bitch that you just want someone to be on your side.
Not really. I mean, you're at my best friend's house right now, so don't you want him on your
I'm
side?
not your best friend, but I can tell you that like a lot of people don't like you, but you're basically trying to put me in jail over some fucking nigga, nugget, whatever that says shit about you.
You weren't getting out of my car. It's my car.
You have the balls to call cops on me.
It's my car. You're not getting out of my property.
I don't give a shit about your crappy cars. The cars that what you try to like replenish after like what how many years? That after you got into a car accident, that's your trauma.
And tell me, what do you do? What do you do with your life?
What do I do?
Tell me, what do you do?
Let me tell you what do I do. I do nothing that should hurt you like this. Why do you think that right now Alan's not talking to you?
I'm not trying to argue with
Why do you
you.
think that? Why do you think that? Fucking think about it for a second, nigga.
Okay.
And he was trying to buy me a drink. And you try to call cops on me over your friend. Wow. 你真的朋友好多. Sorry, does it hurt?
That's
you
it.
blocked me on and
It doesn't matter. Because
you think that I couldn't find you? I already know where you live. And you know what?
Come.
I'm gonna do anything.
If you really want to come, just come. I'll call the cops again.
Well, I'm so glad you're not like your little bitch friend who's so triggered by the fact that I try to look up his address like something's gonna happen to that little dick of his.
You pulled up his address, like his street address, and you go like, "This is your address." You don't think that's kind of like cutting corners? You don't think that's
You fucking
overboard?
Me. You fucking try to call the cops on me. Alan's right next to me. He can agree with me.
Okay, I want to hear from him. Put him on the phone. I want to hear from him.
Call cops on me. So
I want to hear from him.
Fuck up, Panda. Supposed to put you in your place. You
Okay.
think you're so you?
I want to hear from
put
him.
you in your fucking place. You fucking bitch.
Then let me hear from him. That would mean a lot more weight.
Just say hi.
And things got out of hand.
All right, she just said hi. What else do you want to hear? No one's on your side. Just shut the fuck up, you bitch. You want to fucking try to put me in jail? We could have fought for 3 days or a week straight. It's okay with me.
I don't want to fight.
The moment that you fucking call the
I don't
cops
want you in
on
my
me,
life.
you're my enemy. You're my enemy. I don't want you in my life. Actually, on the other hand, I want you to die. You
Can I talk to Alan?
Or
are you
I
just
don't
gonna, like,
care.
put
No,
this-
Alan doesn't want to talk to you. He's right next to me.
I wanna
He
hear
doesn't
from
want
him
to
then.
talk to you.
I want to hear from him.
Say hi.
Hey,
No, he says hi. No, nobody wants to talk to you because people know
I
that
wanna
you
hear
were
from
being
him.
No, people knew that you were being a fucking jerk.
You don't think
trying
you're
to put me
being a
in jail.
little manipulative?
You were
You're just
trying to
not
put
even
me
letting
in
me
jail.
talk
Just
to him?
fucking agree to it, you fucking bitch.
I can't agree to it when you're coercing someone else at his house.
Like, Panda, things getting out of hand. I want to get taken home. I just want her to be safe.
Well, she's saying a lot of these things. Are you gonna let her say all these things that
Hey, yo,
like?
shut the fuck up, you fucking bitch. Nobody wants to be on your side. You know, once you mess with me, you're messing with everybody. You think that is on your side because he's
got
a
a big
fucking
ego.
misogynist. He's a fucking misogynist. Guess who's gonna come next? You mess with me, I'll mess with your entire life. Do you want a bed? Counting day one right now.
Do it
and day
then.
2, day 3, day 4,
Do
day
it
5.
then.
It's gonna happen. Just fucking see it. I will fucking turn everybody against you for the way that you treated me and try to call cops on me and try to put me in jail.
Okay. I don't want to do anything to you. I don't want to have anything to do with you because
You
you're
know
gonna
what? I don't want to
you're
have
gonna
anything to
claim
you,
victim.
but you know what? You're gonna get what you deserve because you fucking pissed me off so bad.
Just because I pissed you off, I'm gonna get what I
You
deserve.
fucking pissed me.
What do I
fucking
deserve?
blocked me
What do I
after-
deserve now?
Dude, you're a fucking friend.
What do I deserve
said
then?
about you and I stood up for you and you fucking
How did you
tried
stand
to
up
put
for
me in
me?
jail?
How did you stand up for me? You just talked all the shit on me. How did you stand up for me?
I'm telling you.
Can I talk to Alan?
Today, you're really dead.
I'm really dead. So you're making threats now?
No, I'm not. I'm not.
So
what can I do,
doing?
right? I don't know what to do. I can't call the cops on you because 你真的很厉害.
You would call the
You
cops on
wanna-
me for
you
no
wanna-
reason, right?
You want to cop the cops?
I'll talk to you later about this, but this is very intense, dude. This is very intense.
Why is this your
Yo, shut
responsibility?
the fuck up. Where's my vape?
And all
Try to
these
throw
things.
me under the bus? The fact that you try to throw
You're
me
making
under
a
the
lot
bus.
of demands.
No,
Why
no,
would I
no,
need
no,
to take
no,
you
no,
back
no,
home?
No. You're gonna get what you get. You're gonna get what you get. You're gonna get what you
What
get.
am I gonna get?
Well,
Tell me
if
what I'm gonna get.
tell you, is it gonna be a present? Hey, Christmas is around the corner, so why don't you wait until Christmas and then you'll see. Just tell him like what you would say to a lady.
The fucking night is intense, dude. Things got out of hand.
He tried to call the cops?
I mean, that's what he did. Yeah.
You fucking
Was that
called
wrong?
the cops on me! I
shit.
don't want to talk to someone that was just trying to put me in jail. Do you understand
You
what
just
you
talked to me
just
for
did?
like 25 minutes though. 26 minutes.
Yeah, letting all the anger.
Okay.
You're being very dramatic right now about like cops putting you in jail. They would have just told you to come out of the car. That's it.
First of all, your friend doesn't want to talk to you. He is actually the one that told me, like, hey, this guy is trying to put you in jail. Why are you crying? You are so in the wrong boat. You want to mess with me? That's fine. I'm not gonna do anything bad. You can record me right now and send it to the police. Hey, police, it's me. To fucking record it. I don't care. And I'm like, yeah, I'm not gonna talk. But you know what? Cat's out of the bag. You are so fucking... You're a fucking loser.
Mm-hmm.
How do you feel about that? Why do you think I want to be with you? I don't even care about that. I don't never care about, like, if you have money or not. I just really like you as a person. Until you try to throw me under the bus. I'm like, yo, nigga, this shit, you know what? I'm going to tell you exactly what it is. According to my engineering calculations, according to the calculations I just did, it does not match up to what I want. Because, you know what? 1 + 1 is not equal to 2. It's like fucking 10. I don't want to go with that. So, what did you do for me? What have you done for me? What have you done for me? And you're going to talk about, like, should guy pay for the first date? What do you even bring to the table, first of all? What do you do? Oh, thank you. Oh, Alan, thank you so much. You are so sweet. You know what? Alan just bought me orange juice. What do you do? What have you done besides talking shit about women? Huh? What
He's
have
not
you done
talking shit about
besides
women.
talking about shit about women?
That's not talking shit about women.
Thank you, Dad. Oh, oh my God, have some too. That's really good. Thank you so much. You know, Panda, what have you done for women? Why are you so bitter? Like,
Nothing.
today, I went all the way out for you, dressed up.
We're already over. That doesn't mean anything. I asked you to come out.
Fucking nigga, shut the fuck up. You don't deserve to talk.
Okay, that was a lot to unpack, so we're going to break down every single thing as I promised. Every single thing so you can understand this is the type of girl that you want to avoid. And I will use receipts. I will use everything. I will use ChatGPT right now. Let's go ahead and use ChatGPT. ChatGPT, our best friend, most reliable friend. All right. Remember how I said that I will break down every single thing. So a big thing that really factors into this is narcissistic personality disorder. So I asked, what are the qualifications? The qualifications is grandiose sense of self-importance, exaggerates achievements and talents, and expects to be recognized as superior. So as you see, she would completely just want to put down other people and make it seem like she's really superior. You fuck with me, you fuck with every single other person. And then they believe that they are special and unique and can only be understood by or should associate with other special or high status people or institutions. So I think there's a period of time where she probably thought I was like this because, you know, come to my house, you understand like my income, you understand like the things I've been through, you understand my achievements. And so she was just a sycophant. Like she would always just say, oh yeah, your podcast is so good. Oh my God. Yeah, I love that. It was all fake. So sycophants, what they love to do and what narcissists love to do is they love to compliment other people in exchange for getting something in return. There's also a sense of entitlement. So remember how when we already ended, she was like, can I get a good night at least, please? And then she starts going like, I'm sick of this. But further additionally to the entitlement is that she is interpersonally exploitive. So she will take advantage of others to achieve their own ends. So how she does this is use Alan as the guy that's going to say all these things that he probably didn't even say. And then she's going to use that, twist it against me. And she lacks empathy. And she says all this stuff like, you're a loser. You can't get girls. You fail with all your relationships. Your podcast sucks. Shows arrogant, haughty behaviors or attitudes. So of course, as other people mentioned, she wanted to fight Latinas. She wanted to call them out and she wanted to get in arguments with other people. And not only that, but also her past boyfriends, also her ex-husband, right? And then, you know, all of this is really in depth, requires a clinical interview. So, you know, I'm going to say this, all right? I think the reason why I can say she has this is because any girl who has problems goes to therapy. So she was probably already diagnosed with this stuff. And so if you're diagnosed with this stuff, of course you're going to believe in spirituality. Of course you're going to look into all this textbook bullshit. So that's why anyone that looks into and knows so much of this, that's already a red flag. Unless they have done so much soul searching and they have already improved a lot. But chances are with that, they have some daddy issues. And women with baggage are really hard to date. They are very hard to get over that struggle, that scar, that wound, and they become emotional baggage for you. It's very hard for them to get over it. All right. I also ask, what about if someone opposes them? What disorder would that fall under? That is still NPD. So I opposed her. This is the thing with pretty girls. They're not used to guys going against them. All right. They're not used to the society just going against them. So the moment a guy puts her in her place, she becomes angry, defensive, or vengeful. As you have seen, she said, I will turn everyone against you, being exploitive with that. And then she's being vengeful she's like, I will come at you with every single thing. You'll see starting day one right now, narcissistic rage. And that's when she has intense anger or humiliation when criticized or contradicted. And here's the thing, like, Later, I'll show you screenshots. The intense anger or humiliation, the humiliation. I posted this on my Instagram story because I was not really getting that much help. This girl was coming at me, and I don't know how any person with the right mind, you see all of this, you see all these receipts. I shit you not. I did not say anything that was crazy, like you and all that stuff. I didn't say anything until now. I'm saying all these things because I'm exposing this girl right now. She is, as I said, she's 35 plus. She's divorced. She's a 304. She's fake feminine. She's toxic. She's substance abuse. She does all of this. That's why I'm exposing it right now. I didn't say anything because I know the court system. You say all these things, they are going to be in favor of women. And this is the thing that men have to watch out for. This is why I'm also posting this. This is a big issue that men go through real shit. Men have 2 times the chance of committing suicide. And no one really talks about this issue. No one really cares about this. There's women's mental health. There's breast cancer awareness. There's all these things for women, but there's not a lot for men when men really go through serious shit. So you have the court that is against the men. You have society that just goes like, okay, you complain as a man, you should not be complaining. So that's why I posted it on my Instagram story, because I was not receiving that help, and I was actually fucking innocent. Look, she could say she's innocent. I could say I'm innocent. Everyone's going to say they're innocent. But it all comes down to the receipts. The receipts are all there. I could literally publish this whole thing, this whole 45-minute voice recording, and you could see me. I'm just asking to talk to Alan. I'm just nonstop. I barely even yell. Maybe yell for like a period of time, but that was it. But anyways, ASPD shows no empathy for the harm caused. Use intimidation or deceit to regain control. I already know where you live. And here, let me just backtrack to the time when she was like, is it gonna be a surprise? Christmas is around the corner. Like, what the hell was that? Like, you cannot see this and then be like, yeah, this girl's normal. Yeah, you know what? Maybe you have to get her side of the story. You cannot just see her laughing like a maniac. Like, it's just amazing how people can see that and then probably think, you know what? This girl's probably innocent. I need to get her side of the story. And that's what's crazy. We're going to get to that right now, okay? I guarantee you we're going to get to that. So I'm going to show you guys. There's people in these screenshots that she keeps texting me. She's nonstop texting me. And then she's saying that she doesn't even want to talk to me anymore. She doesn't even want to hear anything because anything that I have to say is just a load of bull. But before that, I'm going to say that there's someone that replied to my story that said, bro, why don't you just not pick up or block her? Here's the thing. Always never block this girl. Let her incriminate herself, because if you don't, you all of a sudden will have police show up at your doorstep and you have nothing to show. This is what fucking peons do. This is what simple-minded guys, they think, oh, why don't you just block her? Oh, I don't understand how the court system works. Dude, that's why, bro, it's so dumb. This is why you always leave an open channel. Let her incriminate all her things. And then we see all of these screenshots here. Let's see, if I blocked her, we wouldn't even have this content made, right? We wouldn't even be spreading awareness about how crazy girls can be, how you should avoid these types of girls. The moment you see signs like this, you got to run. All right, so I'm not going to go through every single thing. There's a lot of screenshots. Feel free to just pause. This is just pure entertainment for me. You know, at the start, when all this stuff happened, it was pretty traumatizing. It wasn't like a first degree level of trauma. Like, I've been through worse, but this was like a 3rd tier trauma, man. And I couldn't even look at this stuff. But look, I went through a lot of this. This took a lot of time to just go through, and if I have to break down every single thing, it's not going to work out. So feel free to pause. After that whole voice call, I pretty much didn't even pick up her calls. Like, she just nonstop called me. She called me a total of 23 times in one day. Not even a day, maybe like 12 hours, okay? And then I wouldn't pick up her calls, obviously, but leave it for the facts right here. And then I sent this text. She said, let me tell you something. I am a coherent and kind person. What you did last night is unforgivable. Coherent and kind person. That is laughable. All right. And I say, what do you intend to do? She goes, nothing. Smiley face. Nothing. Smiley face. Oh my God. It's just like her crazy laugh. It's Christmas is around the corner. Will it be a surprise? And then screenshots you sent me of your ex. I wonder why all of them didn't work out with you. I wonder why. You're 35 plus years old. Now you're 37, 38, whatever. Same shit. All of this is same shit. 35 plus. You're a decrepit old hag who's never going to find love. I wonder why all of those past relationships, why you got a divorce, and you had 6+ years more than me to find love. During that time, I was like 28, 29. Yeah, I milfed, right? So you're 6+ years older than me. You have 6+ years to find love. And you got a divorce with your ex-husband. That's crazy, you know? I wonder why that didn't work out with you. You really need to grow up. Your personality is shit. Well, you know what? You need to grow up because you're sending all of these things when you're already 35+ years old. No other girl would have the patience that I have, and you fucked, yo. Yeah, I fucked you. Yeah, for sure. Free Riz, bro. Like, here's the thing. You're the easiest smash I've ever had, okay? Like, that's free. Free 99. I didn't even have to spend money on you. That's crazy. 90% of your friends have mentioned you are not someone easy to get. Insane statistic. How did you get 90% when that was only a portion of friends that you met during that day, and only a portion of that portion that you reached out to get dirt on me? And that's the thing. Like, she's nonstop started to contact all of my friends to get dirt on me. We'll see that in a bit. But last night, I realized I don't ever want to be with you ever in my life. Oh my God. Thank God. Leave me the fuck alone. After, you know what? After this, she still contacted me. After this, many months after this, she still contacted me. But thankful after that, she did not contact me ever again. I don't want you to want me to be in your life. Please. This is one of the only times I don't want a girl to want me. Like, back then, during my simp eras, I was like, oh, what can I do to get even just one girl to like me? And now I'm at that stage where it's like, oh my God, I have this grandeur of saying, like, you know what? I don't want this girl to want me. That's crazy. You know, when you're in your desperate down bad phases and you're just like, I just want just any girl to like me. But then now you're like, bro, I don't want this girl to like me. Everything you've been doing so far shows you haven't grown up. Well, all of this, man, look at all the texts she's sending me. And this is back to back, by the way. I didn't skip out on anything. I have never for once had anyone in my life call cops on me. Well, there's a first for everything. And you know what? That's not even the first. I mean, you had your divorce case. I'm pretty sure that was a whole domestic violence bullshit. But, you know, I don't have proof of that. So anyways, I have zero record of anything like that. Well, your divorce was a record. What have I gained from this? Probably good riz. I mean, but man, it was a hassle sleeping with her, man. Like that shit was bone and just assless. And look, I'm not an ass guy, but that shit hurt. All right. I was dating someone who makes a huge deal out of who pays for the first date. All right. Here's the thing. All of the dates that I had where I didn't pay for them, I actually had a much better time. Like this whole brainwashing of like, men should pay for the first date. Men should pay for all the dates. Any girl that focuses on this is a girl that's not really dateable. And you might think, oh, you know what? I could find a traditional wife like that. But look, I'm different from all the guys out there who's going to say, yeah, like pay for everything. And then you'll find a traditional wife as long as she stays home. No, man. I feel like any girl who gets their shit paid for, they become spoiled. And spoiled girls are really bad to fare with. Spoiled girls will not even want to take care of your kid because she's like, oh, I'm so used to this lavish lifestyle. I want to not even like, I don't even want to have stress. Let me just take it chill. So she's going to be chilling a lot of the times. She's not used to that. So these girls are not really dateable if they focus on that. So she says, I focus on who pays for the first date on this podcast. I don't really focus that. I don't talk about that when I go out with girls, right? I focus that on this podcast because it helps men, because men are going broke from this shit. Whatever comes out of your mouth is a waste of time reading. Well, why is this girl still sending me text messages then? Like, it's such a waste of time. Like, you're saying it's a waste of time reading, but it's a waste of time you're sending me. Like, this is the paradox here. And I say, gotcha, I'm going to end the conversation here now. I already gave a firm, decisive action. Look, I'm going to end it right here, all right? We're done. I say, if you come anywhere near my residence, I'll be calling sheriffs again. Look, anytime you have a case like this, and this happens a lot, you don't think this is not going to happen to you, all right? I think every guy has gone through shit like this, a crazy girl. All right, you could probably get a 10 in terms of looks, but then she's crazy. And no guy wants her because she's crazy. And then you're a 5 out of 10. And you're like, how the fuck did I get this girl? I need to just put up with it. No, don't fucking put up with it. Don't fucking settle, bro. You gotta stay firm. You gotta stay firm. When she's trying to come to your residence, you lay it down. You say you do not have permission. Because this is the thing. Do not contact me further. You have to lay it down. That's one of the key statutes that you want a person to stop harassing you. You have to let them know. You can't just ignore it. And a lot of guys are dumb with this. Like, you guys just ignore it. You guys don't have proof and you guys get cucked. I'm not that dumb. Don't worry. Okay, you're not that dumb and you're still sending me a sinking ship. And you're still sending me more shit. And then this is the last text I ever sent her. After that, you better call me. Entitlement once again. She's sending me a screenshot of how she reached out to someone who went on a date with my ex-girlfriend. She's trying to come after me through my ex-girlfriend. And we will see that too. She reaches out to my ex-girlfriend. It gets juicier. My life was at stake on Thursday night. Your life was at stake on Thursday because the cops were called on you, dude. They would have just told you to get the fuck out of the car. That's it, man. These people, they're like straight libtards. They're just like, oh my god, ICE is coming. They're going to unalive us. They're devil. Just don't do anything stupid and get out. Like, it's these libtards. They think that, you know, I have the entitlement to do all this stupid bullshit and cops are going to do something against me. Just don't do anything stupid and nothing's bad is going to happen to you. Like, this is the thing. Like, you have libtards like this who they always pull shit like this, but they expect nothing as punishment. You fuck around, you find out. All right. And here's what I was talking about. You have this guy who's one of my closest friends who also attended the KTV. Bro, you're fucking dumb. I'm going to say it here right now. You're fucking dumb. I hope you see this, bro. I'm going to tell you straight up, you're fucking dumb. In hindsight, I'm going to tell you like why you're fucking dumb. Because look, this is not the first time you had a run-in with a crazy girl. You had a run-in with a crazy girl in the past that we both were Eskimo bros for. And you're still dealing with a crazy girl. I'm telling you, this girl's crazy. I showed you all the things. I showed you all the receipts. What did she show you? Oh my God, I'm so sad. Panda did this. See, society just loves to empathize, sympathize with these women. She could be the aggressor. It's very night and day. She's the aggressor. But then, let's go see if this Panda guy, one of my closest friends, Panda, if he's the aggressor. And then let me go ahead and talk to this psycho old wretched hag. Bro, you understand she used all of this against you, right? Like, she's trying to break up and she's trying to be exploitive of our friendship. Like, this is what I'm saying. Like, guys like this, they're fucking dumb. And bro, you're a simp, dude. I know you're trying to get at her again, like trying to be Eskimo bros, second, maybe even third. Actually, we're already double Eskimo bros. But you're trying to be a third Eskimo bro. Like, stop, bro. Stop it. Like, it's guys like this that make it bad. It's guys like this that make girls think that they could get away with this stuff. And they think that, you know what, I'm the victim. I'm the victim with all this. And they just keep going on and they double down. They think they're innocent because of guys like this. God, people hate you so much. I feel bad. So, you know what's crazy is that, like, she's still talking to this guy. He's still talking to her. And I didn't get any words of empathy. He probably say, hey, it's okay, all this simple shit. And he's still talking to her. I told him, yo, stop talking to her. She's twisting your words. And look, like, the next episode, as I said, we're going to analyze this whole thing with Alan. Alan was a big simp. And this is a big reason why I made this episode. It's because of guys like this, society like this. Look, I look up to this guy. I respect this guy a lot. He got me through engineering a lot. But bro, once you did this, a lot of my respect for you went down the drain. You're still pulling shit like this, getting in bed with like girls who are just psycho. And guys watching this, you gotta stop. You gotta stop being a fucking little edgelord. Like, oh, you know what? I gotta empathize with this girl, and I gotta go and oppose my brothers. But bro, brothers are the biggest thing that you need to have. And this girl, ephemeral. She said, my girlfriend said she met your brother, and then she calls this LA police station. Police department. Wait, aren't you brave like Andrew Tate? I'm not even fucking Andrew Tate. Like, I opposed him in a lot of my videos instead. Police department, 911. She could talk to 911 for 16 minutes. And here's a screenshot of this. This is something I posted on my Instagram story. And here's the thing. Like, when you have a crazy girl like this, she's going to be stalking you. She's going to be cyber stalking you. And she showed that she has access to my Instagram. How? Because her friends are still screenshotting shit that I post to her. All right. And I'll get to that too. I promise you. I left them purposely. I left them on for a good reason. You won't win this battle. You started with me, Panda. Screenshot this, please. Here's something one of her male friends. I know it's a male friend because she was on the phone with this like male friend guy. I think maybe it's going to be shown later. But she's like, pick up. This guy wants to talk to you. And he says, cops are not going to waste time over a bunch of dudes with vaginas crying about a small Asian girl taking a photo. It's seriously laughable and a joke for them in comparison to real crimes. These guys wear panties and maxi pads, have periods monthly. Well, dumbass, why don't you come at me? Why don't you message me straight up? Why don't you meet me face to face, bro? I'm challenging you. Meet me face to face. We'll see if you say that straight to my face. I'll say it straight to your face. You're a fucking pussy. Any guy who says shit like this to a girl, he's trying to get in her pants. And bro, you know what? You're a bigger pussy. You're the one that wears panties and maxi pads because you already know she's like this and you're still trying to get at her. You're a fucking loser to have a girl like this as your friend, wasting so many guys' times. And you're not even standing right. You're not even standing up for guys who are going through shit like this, serious issues. And we're begging, please stop harassing me, please stop bullying me, stop coming at me, stop slandering me. And then you still are going to talk down on your fellow brothers. Look, here's the thing. I consider all my male compatriots fellow brothers, but yo, look, you're gonna talk shit on guys just so that you could get in the pants of this girl that already got in for free, and you're still trying to work hard for like a fucking loser, say all this shit. You're a loser, bro. All right, talking to Mike, he finds you pathetic. We'll talk about this, Mike, in a bit. You are on many people's bad side now. I suggest you drop this before it becomes worth. Angela doesn't even want to talk to you, and also your friends don't even want to talk to you. We'll also talk about Angela too. I have screenshots of you putting me on blast and convos of you with my friends. I suggest you apologize to me because I won't let it go. And justice will serve you. I won't let it go on vengeance. I have been very caring with you. No, bitch, you have not. You argue with me so many times. Like, the first week, that's not caring. You throw me under the bus. Bro, I could literally put a throw me under the bus counter, but it would be past like 100,000 already. In your engineering calculations, do you think blasting me on your story makes you look good? You are so smart. You know, you're not even an engineer, right? Field application engineers deal with customer service. Do you code? You want to come at me and reach out to my friends, but how do they respond? Do they respond well to you? I have been supportive of you, but you have crossed my line. You know what's crazy is that this girl, she graduated from a UC. Actually, I don't even know if she graduated, to matter of fact, because she was in a sorority, and these sorority girls drop out a lot in this UC. They're known to drop out a lot at this UC. But you must be really stupid to not know that an engineer doesn't have to code. Actually, you look back to ancient Greek, ancient Rome, a lot of those engineers in the past, they were civil engineers. They were architects trying to see how they could make this tall building, this Colosseum. Then you think that engineers code? It's actually computer science. They don't even have an engineer title. They're considered an engineer, but they just code. A real engineer is actually mechanical, is actually a civil. I'm a mechanical engineer. And I'll say this, that field application engineering job that I had in Taiwan, she's probably basing it off my LinkedIn. That was one of the craziest experiences I had. I was teaching seminars. I was having training with 200 plus people, sales engineers, telling them how to run certain things. And I would be talking to them for hours at a time doing these trainings. And bro, I will say this, that level of work does not amount to any level of work that I have ever done in my life. That was actually really stress. So look, the fact that you're saying a field application engineer, dude, I'm sure this girl didn't graduate from a UC. I'm sure she didn't even graduate at all. Seeing how useless she is. Yeah, man. But all right, as I said before, she starts reaching out to a lot of my friends. She starts having a lot of conversations, not just with that one guy that I was an Eskimo bro with, but she starts reaching out to this guy, and he's like, this bitch is weird as fuck, has nothing better to do. Of course she has nothing better to do because she has no job. She has all the time in the world. And that's the thing. These people, they have so much time in the world that they're so dangerous, bro. You gotta just don't fuck with them. All right, get all the evidence, file a police report, protect yourself. Because once you file a police report, it's kind of like sanctuary a little bit. You're a little bit protected more than if you don't file a police report and have all the evidence. All right. And then this is a screenshot of my, so there's annotations here because these were all the things that went into a police report. So this is a screenshot of my ex-girlfriend. She said, "This is your friend." She tried adding my ex-girlfriend to try to get more dirt. She said, "She's so scary. What should I reply?" I'm like, yeah, that's dramatic. And she started liking my ex-girlfriend's like recent posts, and she started following her on Instagram, not just Facebook, but Instagram too. But here's the thing. You have this girl who, bro, you don't even have a good relationship with her past guys. And like, bro, look, I'm still talking to my past girlfriend and I have a good relationship with her. What do you have? Nothing. You're fucking trash. And now we finally get to the biggest thing I want to talk about. One of the biggest reasons why I even want to start this episode is because we have people like this, society, who sympathizes with this girl, who sympathizes with girls. And then when I reach out, I'm pleading, I'm begging for help because no one is helping me. And this girl's coming at me with everything. I reach out to Angela and she goes, "Please don't involve me between your guys' stuff. The only person that can console her is you." Bitch, what are you talking about? The only person who can console me is her. The only person that can console her is me. Like, we're already done. Just, bro, what the fuck? Like, this is what I'm talking about. They will not empathize and they will give a cold message like this. And they will not be willing to help, and they will expose everything that you're posting, but not help you. And here's Mike. I had a lot of respect for this guy. I thought he was good looking. I thought he was buff. I thought he was well-spoken. I thought he was nice. But after this, lost a lot of respect too. I pretty much said everything. And you guys pause it again. And all he said was, "Sorry to hear, bro. Yeah, she is a handful." I asked him for help. He didn't even say anything. And you know what he does? He exposes my story. He says I'm posting all this shit on Instagram. And then he doesn't even call me. You know when he does call me? It's because I start posting these things on my story. And then that's when he starts to call me. He's like, look, bro, I'm not going to call you. I'm not going to sympathize with you. But when you start posting shit on your story, exposing this girl when she's rightfully needs to be exposed because she caused all this damage to a bunch of guys in their lives, let me call you to lecture you to remove it. And he wants to lecture me. Yo, this is a little bit too much. Totally understand she's crazy, but this is extremely unproductive. And you think this is productive? You being a simp. And here, let me tell you guys why this is so important to talk about. Because this psycho girl has mentioned this guy, Mike. He likes her a lot. You can have this guy, he's buff, he's good looking, he's well spoken, he's nice. But she says all this shit. She talks all this shit about like, oh, this guy used to like me and he's kind of a loser and he had to leave SoCal because he has some financial issues. Bro, you're a fucking loser. You had this girl talking all this shit about you, and then you're going to defend her and expose my story, bro. Whose side are you on? You should be on the masculine side, bro. Like, what are you doing? This is why you're going through all this bullshit, because you are always siding with a girl like this. You are always wasting time, bro. You lost all of my respect. And I'll tell you straight to your face. Just protect your people, but don't escalate. What do you mean don't escalate? She's coming at me nonstop. I might be fanning the fire. See, you're saying that I'm the aggressor, bro. I don't know what the exact playbook is, to be honest. Bro, what do you mean you don't know what the exact playbook is? The exact playbook is just tell her to fuck off. Like, you don't even know what the fuck to do with your life. This is why you're fucking failing. This is why guys are fucking average. This is why guys are simping and why they're failing with dating, because it's guys like this. You could get buff. You could be good looking. You could be nice. but you're still fucking failing. So I just want to say this is very critical why I'm exposing all this, because you have guys like this, you have women like this helping other women, you have guys helping other women, and you have a guy who's completely isolated. I felt completely isolated, but you know, it's totally fine now. I'm not posting this because look, I'm bitter or anything like that. I'm posting this because there could be guys out there that's going through stuff like this. They're alone. We need to be there for our fellow men out there. I felt isolated. I felt like no one really believed me. I was like going crazy. I was like, are you serious? I have all these receipts. These people want to say I'm fanning the fire. It's simps like this. We need to put them in check. It's simps like this. I don't care how buff you are. I don't care how buff you are. You're fucking pussy. You're a fucking loser still. All of these people who defended her, all of these people who stayed neutral but still kind of leaned towards her, they're fucking losers because they can't even get that shit out of their head, that whole friend loyalty bullshit. And they cannot look at the whole morality aspect and understand, you know what? Maybe I should fight for what's right and actually like put my friend in her place, tell her what's wrong. And they still want to remain friends with this crazy psycho girl. And this is why you, as a man, if you're dating a girl like this, if you ever come across a girl like this, do not date a girl like this. But anyways, tune in for the next episode for this Alan simp guy. We're going to dive deeper into this whole simp aspect, into voice messages of the voice call that he started saying, and he left me a voicemail, a simp ass voicemail crying. And this is psychotic for me to be laughing at. I'm going to say it's pretty psychotic, but I'm just going to say it like this because, bro, you deserved it too. All these people deserve it. You guys are all fucking losers because you guys side with a loser. Like, how much time in the world do you guys have with losers? Men do not have that much time in the world to be fucking around with girls like this, and you should not be too. If you're on that grind to be a high value man, if you're on that grind to be getting your goals, cut these girls out instantly. Cut guys like this out instantly, these simps. Cut even women who help these types of women who enable this behavior out of your life. I've done that, and bro, my life has been so much more peaceful. You don't need, I was so, just a quick rant. I was so invested into like keeping all my friends in my life as much as possible and remaining a good relationship, maybe even with these people. But let me tell you, I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck what you guys think. And here's the thing I didn't even get to mention, right? You guys, I kept you guys on my Instagram so you guys could show how happy my life is compared to your bitch ass friend, your psycho friend who is just living a sad life. Oh, therapy. Let me go with my therapy sessions like a loser. You're a fucking loser. I kept you guys on. I put you guys on for a brief time on my close friends too, so you could leak all that shit purposely. But you guys are fucking stupid. I also was testing your guys' loyalty and seeing how stupid you guys were. You guys are absolutely stupid. No wonder, Mike, you had to leave SoCal. No wonder, Angela, you're still 35 plus years old. You still cannot even find someone. Bro, you guys are the scourge to society because you guys enable this. Anyone who enables this shit, they're the scourge to society. Cut them out instantly. All right, I saved the best for last. Here is the last thing, and then I'll shut the fuck up. This is a really long episode, but here's the last message I want to analyze. She always likes to do this high school shit where she sends a message accidentally to me, like as if like they're in high schoolers, when we used to do that, we actually accidentally send a message to someone when they're not supposed to see it. She does this knowingly, I'm pretty sure. The reason why I called it a fling is because if it weren't a fling, he wouldn't have quit so fast. Well, bitch, you were a fucking fling. I already knew from moment day one you were going to be a fling, and I just used you for free shit. Free shit as in free sleeping with you. I didn't have to fucking pay shit, bro. Get the fuck out of here. Get your narcissistic ass out of here and go to therapy and keep being a fucking loser. I'll see you guys next time in the next episode. Peace out.